We're going to build our hotel in Cotai. The way it works here is very simple. You are brought to the table to do a job, granted a concession, you consult with the government, they encourage you to do a thing, or they don't encourage you to do a thing. If you are encouraged to do the thing, then they cooperate and give you all of the tools you need to get the job done. That's been the clear experience of my company here for the past 8 years. We would never be permitted or encouraged to build a hotel at Cotai unless everybody thought it was an appropriate thing to do. And I believe that it is.
So what about in the current conditions? Because we're seeing China possibly overheating again, Steve, because first quarter GDP numbers came in 11.9%, inflation close to 3%. Do you have any concerns, like hedge fund managers, that maybe China might implode because of that?
Everything in China is bigger and faster than every place in the world, and it puts a tremendous pressure on the government to balance all of this. From what I've seen in my time here, they do a great job of it. That doesn't change the fact that these competing forces are at work. How to balance them is a question best left to people who've spent their life being trained to deal with those problems. I have enough trouble picking the carpet in the hallway here.
How do you feel and what do you think when you hear the U.S. government trying to lecture Beijing, saying you should appreciate your currency because it's affecting our economy?
The level of sophistication in the United States in its relationships with China is abysmal. Abysmal. Anybody that had taken more than 10 minutes to understand China would understand exactly why the currency is restricted. This is an exporting economy. Without that exporting economy, there would be much worse unemployment figures in this country than there are. The wealth of this nation is being created by the fact that that currency is under control and allows the products of China to be sold around the world.
So it is a height of hypocrisy then for the U.S. government to try to lecture China and tell them how to run their economy.
Hypocrisy is part of politics everywhere. It's the height of uninformed foreign policy. It shows a lack of understanding of the forces at work in China, the forces that affect the president of China, or the prime minister of China, or the men and the women that are trying to make a better life for the citizens of China. And you have to assume that that's what people in government are trying to do. And if you study China from that point of view, you get a little different perspective on what's going on here. And I don't think that American policy and the things that have been done at the White House in particular reflect much inspiration or insight at all.